Attention passionate Chicago, BARS FANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Chicago Bears' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Chicago Bears fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Chicago BARS FANS. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, buckle up, because what I'm about to tell you could be a real game changer for the Chicago Bears in the upcoming season. The NFL offseason was packed with moves, trades, and intriguing signings, but one name that's been floating under the radar, yet could have a huge impact, is Asante Samuel Jr. That's right, the talented cornerback who's been a staple in the league over the past few seasons remains unsigned as of now, but it looks like the Bears might have a golden opportunity to add a real weapon to their secondary. And let's be honest, if there's one thing the Bears need right now, especially after their tough start to the 2025 season, it's more depth in the defensive backfield. Chicago's opening game against the Minnesota Vikings was a tough pill to swallow. Despite showing some flashes of promise under new head coach Ben Johnson, the team still struggles in key areas, especially in the secondary. Missing Jaylon Johnson and Kyler Gordon left a noticeable gap, and unfortunately, the backup cornerbacks, Nick McLeod and Nahshon Wright, couldn't quite close that gap. The result? Minnesota took advantage, mounting a comeback and walking away with the victory. It was a reminder of how thin the Bears' corner depth really is, and how crucial it is to find someone who can step in and make an immediate impact. Now, here's where things get interesting. After the game, the buzz started circulating about Asante Samuel Jr. This guy has shown a lot of promise over his NFL career, and even though he missed almost all of the 2024 season due to a shoulder injury, and then had offseason neck surgery, he's still a player worth keeping an eye on. Teams are waiting for his CT scan, scheduled for October, which will determine if he's fully healthy and cleared to play. And if that scan comes back clean, well, the Bears should be at the front of the line, ready to sign him without hesitation. Because, let's face it, Samuel Jr. could be the perfect piece for a Chicago defense that's still finding its rhythm. And you might be wondering, why the Bears? Well, for starters, the fit is almost perfect. With Jaylon Johnson and Kyler Gordon already in place, Samuel Jr. wouldn't be forced to rush back into action. He could ease into the season, get his legs under him, and contribute without the pressure of being the primary corner from day one. That kind of gradual return is exactly what a player coming off injury needs, especially one who's shown such promise in the past. Over his 4 seasons in the league, Samuel Jr. has allowed just over 100 yards, and he's created 9 interceptions along with 30 pass breakups. That's a solid track record, and it shows he's capable of making game-changing plays when healthy. Now, let's talk about the potential impact on Chicago's defense. Adding Samuel Jr. would give the Bears a reliable, versatile, and experienced cornerback who can step into multiple roles depending on the opponent's offensive scheme. Whether it's covering a top wide receiver or providing help over the top, Samuel Jr. brings a level of consistency that the Bears desperately need. Plus, his presence would give Coach Ben Johnson more flexibility in rotating players, which is crucial as the season progresses and injuries or fatigue start to take their toll. But the real question is, what does this mean for the NFC North? Well, if the Bears can secure Samuel Jr., it's not just about improving their secondary, it's about sending a message to the rest of the division. Chicago is serious about competing, and they're willing to make moves that can elevate the team to the next level. The Vikings, Lions, and Packers are all looking for ways to bolster their rosters, but if the Bears land a player of Samuel Jr. caliber, it could tip the balance of power. The NFC North has historically been a tough division, full of physical, gritty teams, but adding a player like Samuel Jr. could give Chicago an edge in both pass defense and overall team confidence. And let's not forget, the history of the Bears' secondary has always been a mix of promising talents and unfulfilled potential. Remember when they had players like Charles Tillman or Tim Jennings? That's the kind of impact player Samuel Jr. could be if he's fully healthy and back in form. It's about creating a defense that can not only contain opponents, but also create turnovers, something Chicago has been craving for years. Their pass defense ranked in the lower half last season, and that's a statistic they're eager to improve upon. Now, looking ahead, the signing of Samuel Jr. could also influence the team's draft and free agent strategy moving forward. If they manage to bring him in, it sends a clear message. The Bears are committed to building a strong, resilient defense. They might shift their focus more towards adding depth at other positions, knowing they have a solid cornerstone in the secondary. This is a team that's been rebuilding over the last few years, and each move, each signing, is a step closer to their ultimate goal: a deep playoff run and hopefully another shot at the Super Bowl. Of course, all of this hinges on that CT scan coming back clear, but once that happens, expect the Bears to be aggressive. They'll need to act fast because Samuel Jr. will be a hot commodity for any team looking to strengthen their secondary. Given his proven ability to cover top receivers, create turnovers, and make plays in clutch moments, it's easy to see why he's such an attractive option. And for the Bears, it's about more than just signing a player. It's about signing the right player at the right time, someone who can help them close the gap on division rivals and push them closer to their ultimate goal. Now, I know some fans might be wondering about the rest of the roster and how this would fit into the overall strategy. Well, with Johnson and Gordon in place, Samuel Jr. could serve as a perfect rotational piece, giving the Bears a formidable trio of cornerbacks. That kind of depth is crucial in today's NFL, where passing games are more explosive than ever, and injuries are part of the game. Having a player like Samuel Jr., who's shown that he can make an impact when healthy, would be a huge boost for Chicago's defense. Plus, it would send a message to the NFC North that the Bears are serious about competing, and they're willing to make bold moves to do so. Looking at the bigger picture, this signing could be a turning point for the entire franchise. The team's defensive identity has been evolving, and with players like Jalen Johnson and Kyler Gordon already anchoring the secondary, adding someone like Samuel Jr. could be the final piece of the puzzle. Imagine a defense where all three can rotate seamlessly, cover top receivers, and create turnovers that lead to scoring opportunities. That's the kind of unit that can change the course of a season, especially if they start to build chemistry and rhythm together. And let's not forget, the Bears have a passionate fan base that's been waiting for the team to take that next step. Every game, every play, every move in free agency is scrutinized and analyzed with hope and expectation. The addition of Samuel Jr., if it happens, could be the spark that ignites that belief, that confidence that this team is on the rise and ready to contend for championships once again. It's about building a culture of excellence, resilience, and determination, and signing a player of Samuel Jr.'s caliber would be a major statement in that direction. Of course, every NFL team faces challenges, and injuries are part of the game. But having depth, quality depth, is what separates good teams from great ones. The Bears are on that path, and signing Samuel Jr. could be the move that gives them that extra edge. Imagine the possibilities: stifling passing attacks, creating turnovers, and giving their offense more chances to score. That's how a team transforms from just another squad into a serious contender. So, as we look ahead to the rest of the season, keep an eye on this situation. The CT scan results will be the key, and once they come back clear, expect a flurry of activity from Chicago. They'll move quickly to secure Samuel Jr., and that could set the tone for the rest of their campaign. It's an exciting time for Bears fans, one filled with hope and anticipation for what's to come. The NFC North is heating up, and with this potential signing, Chicago could be poised to make a real statement that they're back in the fight for division supremacy and beyond. And now, Chicago Bears fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Chicago Bears. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Chicago Bears news.